I have directed the Secretary of the Treasury to take the action necessary to defend the dollar against the speculators. I have directed Secretary Connally to suspend temporarily the convertibility of the dollar into gold or other reserve assets. Let me lay to rest the bugaboo of what is called devaluation. Your dollar will be worth just as much tomorrow as it is today. The effect of this action, in other words, will be to stabilize the dollar.
This is not an issue of credit rating. The United States can pay any debt it has because we can always print money to do that.
With a qualified retirement plan, the traditional qualified retirement plan, if I go to work when I'm 20 years old and I start participating in a qualified plan, maybe I'm going to get a match from the employer, maybe not. I've effectively locked up my money for the next 40 years because I can't access that capital until I'm 59 and a half. If I do access that capital, I'm going to pay an egregious penalty. Once I reach 59 and a half, I enter into a magical 11-year period that I can have all the access I want to my capital. I can take out as much or as little as I want. But when I turn 70 and a half, I have to take out a required minimum distribution. Uncle Sam wants his share. If I don't take out my required minimum distribution, I could be penalized and will be up to 50% of what I should have taken but didn't. Now, if I'm going to live 20 more years, we're effectively in a penalty phase over the life of that plan 85% of the time. You got to wonder, who is that plan designed for? Me? My family? No, it's designed for Uncle Sam.
Making more money and achieving financial security in this economy does not have to be complicated. Become the Banker is a safe and proven strategy that could show you how to stop losing your hard-earned money, receive a guaranteed and tax-free rate of return, as well as creating a tax-free retirement income. If you're tired of losing your money with low savings rates, ineffective and risky investments, then you'll want to meet our next guest. Joseph Chiano is a certified financial planner and a national educator. He's a member of the Financial Planning Association. He can help you discover how money really works and is offering free educational events coming up that you don't want to miss because they will determine your financial future 5 to 10 years from now. Joseph, thanks for being here.
Well, I'm glad to be here, Chris.
I got to tell everyone first that I'm involved in Become the Banker. I have been for over 20 years. I love the program. I got my wife involved in it. I also have accounts for my kids.
That's great.
But really, is it for everyone?
It is, Chris. I mean, you don't have to be wealthy. You don't have to be poor. You just have to be smart. You can be single, married, self-employed. This phenomenal strategy will work for anybody.
So it's a pretty simple and secure solution, isn't it? So go ahead and explain all those aspects to us. A little preview, if you will.
Okay, sure. It's a simple plan with a very simple formula that offers a 4% guaranteed gross tax-free rate of return. It is recession-proof, so that means that it has nothing to do with the market. And liquid, so there's no penalties to get your money out. And you know what, Gina, I want to emphasize, totally tax-free.
But it's amazing how anyone can use it to their own advantage for their own lifestyle. And when you compare it to a 401k, you know, this account just, you know, grows, but 401ks, you know, when you want that money out, you have to pay your taxes.
It's like night and day. I mean, if you had $100,000 in a 401k account and you wanted to get this money out for an opportunity or an emergency, you would lose $30,000 to taxes, Paula. So you would net only $70,000.
Right.
On the other hand, if you had the same amount of money with the Become the Banker account and you wanted to get this money out, you would lose zero.
Because it's tax-free.
Right, you would get it all. Now, which one would you rather have?
That's why I'm in Become the Banker. That's why I'm following this strategy. I want to.
Let me talk to you about retirement. 401k is the most sound way to go. Let's talk asset allocation. Sure.
You seem knowledgeable, professional.
Would you trust me as your financial advisor?
I would.
I would indeed. Well, let's be clear here. I'm actually a DJ.
No way.
I have no financial experience at all.
That really is you.
If they're not a CFP pro, you just don't know. Find a certified financial planner professional who's thoroughly vetted at letsmakeaplan.org. CFP, work with the highest standard.
I was born in Mexico City, the biggest city in the world. And it's actually very difficult to get ahead financially. There's really no opportunity. My sister married an American doctor, and they lived in Greenfield, Iowa. So they came to visit one summer, and they asked my parents if I could go with them to Iowa for 6 months just to learn the English language. If you're ever talk to a mother, it has a 12-year-old son, it's pretty difficult for that mother to let go of the son. She went ahead and agreed. So even though it hurt her mentally, emotionally, so dearly, she wanted to put my success ahead of her pain. She went ahead and let me come to this wonderful country. When my plane landed in Des Moines, Iowa, and I was 12 years old, I thought I died and went to heaven. I really got on to the American dream, and I actually immediately began to notice that if you work really hard, you can achieve anything you want in this life, in this beautiful country. So I went through high school, and I graduated from high school, and I really did not have the opportunity to go to college. So I enlisted in the United States Air Force. In 1972, I was discharged, and I became immediately a United States citizen. I was naturalized because of my service. In 1974, I joined a financial planning firm, and again, I began to learn the basics for financial planning, and I worked, my way up from the bottom to actually top management of that firm. You could make a lot of money, but you could lose it all. Most people were invested in the stock market, and they used to come to me with tears in their eyes because their account had dropped 30 to 50%. I didn't want to be part of that. So what I did, I researched safe money strategies where people cannot lose money, where people can only make money. And 17 years ago, I found the answer. I came across a phenomenal strategy that actually the wealthy have used for many years to accumulate money. It's called Become the Banker. And it felt so right because it actually is in conjunction with my value system. Because Become the Banker allows people to grow their money without losing it. And that's exactly what I wanted. Since 1998, I've been practicing the Become the Banker strategy because it has nothing to do with the stock market. It is guaranteed because it deals with U.S. tax law and insurance contractual guarantees. So companies that promote this concept, they guarantee an interest rate for the rest of your life. It's not going to go higher. It's not going to go lower. People don't lose any money. They only make money. And this is really what consumers want today. They want to be able to capture money, not lose money. We're a family-owned company. We have been around for 43 years. We have helped thousands of families and individuals get ahead financially. And they're just like our family. Now they have the American dream.
The Become the Banker financial strategy has nothing to do with stocks, bonds, mutual funds, or precious metals. It's not a 401k, IRA, or a multi-level business. The Become the Banker financial strategy is a sound method of creating wealth without risk. For over 200 years, it was at one time the best-kept secret of the wealthy. Walt Disney used it to build his famous theme park, and JCPenney built his retail empire using it. In addition to Walt Disney and JCPenney, there have been hundreds of famous people who have relied on the benefits and power of the Become the Banker strategy. Become the Banker is based on U.S. tax law and insurance contractual guarantees. It has been time-tested and has survived the worst economic times in our country, including depressions, market crashes, and wars. Become the Banker is a powerful financial strategy offering financial certainty and clarity. Today, you don't have to be wealthy to benefit from this powerful financial strategy. Just smart. Take action now.